How do you find the will to fight back against a world that wants to keep you sedated, average, and stuck in place? Join us for the tools and strategies you need to create a life of abundance, discipline, and high achievement. This is the Tactical Empire with Jeff Smith.
Welcome to another episode of the Tactical Empire. I'm here with one of my favorite human beings on the planet, hardest working man in all of the U.S. auto industry, no question, and maybe any industry. My man, Scott Simons, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, when you posted, who wants to come on my podcast? I was one of the first people to respond. I was like, bro, get me in there. Like, send me the link. I want on that podcast. But, I've got to meet you, and your lovely family, your lovely wife through Apex. And as soon as I met y'all, like, those are my people. Like, as soon as I met you, I was like, those are my people right there. So, I love the Smiths, and thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, my man. We were actually just talking about that on the drive up to Flying Friday last week about our Top Golf outing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. You're always the new person in the room, and it's kind of weird, and I just, because you don't really know anybody when you first walk in. And obviously I knew Jeff I knew some people from RTA. Yeah. But I just knew as soon as I went in, following Ryan and what he's built there at Apex, I'm like, man, this is home to me. And man, what a great journey it's been for the time I've been in, for a year now. Seems like it's been in much longer than that. And all the relationships that I built, I can name them all. That we're all now doing life together and, truly cheering each other on. Before I got on, you said, hey, bro, what can I do for you? Whatever my family can do, we're here. So that's the type of rooms I want to be in. And so it's been a great journey so far. And I can't wait to see where we all end up on this never-ending pursuit of being the best version of us. It's
no question. Yeah, you embody that though on a regular basis. And I was talking to my wife about what we were going to talk about on this podcast, and one of the things I think that you're probably the best example in the world that I've ever seen is organic relationship marketing, because and I spend so much time just in awe of you and what you've done. And I'm like, God damn, that's fucking brilliant, because you sell cars in West Virginia, right?
In the western part of Virginia, but it's the same. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the western part of Virginia, excuse me. Yeah. You grew up in West Virginia.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Got you. Okay.
Same difference.
Okay. Yeah, but most people in that industry would think regionally, and you do not think regionally, and it has paid off for you in just absolute fucking spades. Like, you are omnipresent in across industries everywhere. Like, everyone I know knows you and knows what you do and knows that you're the go-to guy, because if you need a vehicle, like, Scott Simons can get it for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate those kind words. And years ago, I just liked social media because I like to be connected with people, and I learned from people. The Andy Frisellas, the Grant Cardones, the Ed Milet's, the Ryan Stumans, and I analyze people and I look at, how have they built what they built? And then I take each one of them, the David Goggins, and I've created me. Yeah. And I want to be me. And, a lot of it came from my mother. My mother, was an Italian lady, and she taught me a lot of really good rules in life and things that, make sure you don't do anything to disrespect our name in public, which I have. I'm not perfect. Be genuine. Your handshake means something. If you can help somebody, help them, and by studying other people and listening to podcasts and analyzing what they do, and I think just showing up genuine, I try to stay extremely positive on social media. I let people look into my life, to help know who I am and what I'm about my family. And it's being consistent. I've been doing this a long time, and I just tell people, hey, if there's anything I could do to serve you, let me know. You and I were just talking about before I came on your podcast about I just sold a Raptor.
Yep.
So you saw my post probably earlier, or if you didn't, I posted, hey, and I made it, it was funny, hey, I know this is not typically what I sell, and I did like roll my eyes up, but I got a friend looking for a Raptor. And so some of the people joking hey, well, you have a friend that likes Raptors? Well, I've got that one. And they're like, well, you still going to be friends after the Raptor? Well, it all depends on if I can switch him to the TRX or not. So I comedy in it.
Yep.
And, you got to entertain, educate, or keep people engaged, which we learned, through Apex. And so I made the post. I have been, all these people messaging me. I got this used one for $20,000 over MSRP. Oh, I can order you one, but I don't know when you're going to get it. Or I can get you one, but it's thousands more.
Yep.
And then, I was communicating with the gentleman, which his father-in-law is a really good customer of mine. I've never sold this gentleman a truck. And of course, I try to switch him to TRX. He just doesn't want a TRX. And I said, hey, everybody makes mistakes every now and then. So I found him one, like literally right before you and I came on. Gentleman messaged me, goes, Scott. And this gentleman, he came by to shake my hand one day for being a good person. And so when I made that post, he offered a friend of mine a Raptor that's going to be built and coming in at MSRP. That saved that gentleman probably $20,000.
Yep.
At least 10, at least a year or two wait. So I messaged him. I said, be very respectful. Thank this gentleman because he did you a solid.
Yep.
And so I've already got the window sticker to it. I've already got them two communicating. And I said, you jump all over this and, tell Carly, thank you very much. But, in that situation, if you really sit and think about it, it probably took a good 2 hours of my time that I really don't have. But if I can help him, I'm going to help him. He'll never forget that. He may not ever buy another car. He may not ever buy a car from me. But guess what he'll do? He'll hear someone talking and say, hey, I know a guy you need to call. You need to call Scott. And it's also, we're in very good, the networks we're in are very supportive. You put a post up, we're going to support, share, whip that post, like that post, comment on that post. And that's building the tribe. But I've got to do it for others, right, Jeff? I've got to support you. If you're doing something and you're doing an event, or Kirsten, y'all doing anything, I'm going to support it. And someone says your name, you know what? Those are amazing people. Hey, they're going to help me with this, or he's going to, teach about real estate, whatever the case may be, health, wealth, fitness, which y'all guys are all about. I mean, how y'all juggle those children and the businesses and everything y'all do is amazing too. But you better bet you put something out there, I'm going to support you. You better bet our tribe gets nasty with one of us on social, they're going to get smacked around really fast. And that's the way life should be, right? I mean,
100%.
We're either all in, I tell you, we're either all in or we're not. And I don't mean that, we have to also sometimes move on from people. Don't mean they have to be enemies.
Yep.
That just means you're just no longer in my circle. I wish you nothing but the best. If you call me and text me, I'm going to answer, but I'm not going to ask you out to dinner, maybe a couple beers, or to go meet for early morning workout if I'm hanging out around y'all two. I saw y'all saw me at the last Fly Friday too. Y'all called me. I was putting a donut in my mouth. I look up there and saw y'all two working out. Someone snapped a picture and sent it to you. I'm like, thanks, guys. I mean, appreciate that. They're up there looking all buff. Summer's coming up and I'm sitting there pounding the donut,
Tyler caught you on video. That was amazing.
Man, but hey, we also bust some balls too. So hey, I can dig it, man. I can dig it. I like a good laugh.
100%. And that's what's so fun about getting to do life in the circles that we get to run in, because I truly think that, like, I follow you and aspire to move at the energy levels that you move at, man. Cause like I said before, the thing that I wanted to talk to you about was like your organic relationship marketing, and what you just described was exactly what you do, but you do that shit over and over and over again, just consistently for everybody. I know people that you've loaned bridge loans to let them get into their houses. You are just and there's countless examples of you doing that and serving others. And I mean, you are just the realest human being there is. And that's what exudes from you. And I think that that's probably what brings all of us together. And like, I think real identifies real, or whatever that saying is, real knows real. And we're not perfect. We're not perfect. I mean, like, fuck, we've all made lots of mistakes, and we aspire to be better. And that's what brings us and draws us together, because I see the work you're putting in, and I hope you see the work I'm putting in. And like, that's where that mutual respect comes from. And when I call you and say, Scott, I need something, you fucking know it's real. And if you call me the same way, like, I'll be in Virginia tomorrow if you need me, like, oh, yeah, or this afternoon. Like, I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's the way life should be. And where it went different than that, I don't know. And I think it's because the way society has changed, the participation trophies, if you want to be, take up for your family or take up for your friends or be able to protect your family, then you're some, animal or something. But, that's the way it should be. If we're friends, genuine friends, you should help somebody without expecting anything in return. That wrapped your deal earlier. If nothing ever comes of that, guess what? I helped another human. And I'm real big about karma, and I'm real big about, I tell people all the time, if your life's really fucked up, go take a look in the mirror. Start right there. And, you've been around those people that can't say they're sorry. Shit, I'll say I'm sorry in a heartbeat. If I make mistakes, you know what I do? My wife will tell me, you're not really acting the way you put out there today. Okay, well, tell me. You're being an asshole. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I've got a lot going on. Thank you for pointing it out to me. I apologize. I'll try not to be as much of an asshole. We had those days too. It's just, what you don't want those people to know that you're having one of those days. They shouldn't be able to tell. But I truly believe you want to build that network that, help each other. And then it comes back to you. The problem is, you don't have people that way. You have people that are out for themselves. And at the end of the day, we all need to look out for our families. But we can't win, and doesn't require someone else to lose.
Exactly.
I think that happens. I think, if someone can't get something from you, then they have no other need for you. And that, that bothers me. But hey, when they show you that, that's okay. Hey, no problem. Yeah. I see it. Your actions aren't matching up with your lips. It's okay. I don't need any enemies. My block list on Facebook is about 500, but now I got 1,000 friends requests and I'm at my max.
Yeah.
What I do is I go through, and if you spew hate, if you're a friend, I may, hey Jeff, I'm not really vibing with, I don't really appreciate this negative attitude you got. Well, F you or whatever. Okay, well, you're gone. Hey, no problem. I just thought I'd let you know. I've had conversations with people, Jeff, employees. I've got about 175 right now in the car dealerships. And I've had people sit down with them and say, hey, has anybody ever told you you're negative? And I remember one guy was like, I took a gun out and shot him. He was like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm negative? I said, no one's ever said anything to you. No. I said, well, I apologize. No one's cared enough to say anything. But I want you to do me a favor. Over the next 24 hours, 48 hours, if it's negative in your mind, don't say it in your lips. Don't say it. And I want you to see how less you talk. And then I want you to come back and meet with me. Tell me, am I right or wrong? And you're probably going to be more cognizant, so your number's going to be down. He came back to me about 3 days later, and he goes, I apologize. He said, you're right. I said, well, only you could change it. I said, I'm only going to tell you because I care. And how many times do people have those conversations with us and people get butthurt because people were honest with you. But no, I've been very fortunate. I've been really fortunate with the people that I'm around. I will help people if I can. I can't help everybody. And it's burned me some. I've got people that have owed me money and haven't paid me back. And I forgave them. They own space in my mind. And now I'm fortunate enough I can kind of look back and laugh. And I've saw how their world's turned out where I'm at. And man, their world is completely screwed up. I mean, probably because they weren't.
Go ahead.
They're not good people. So no, I appreciate all those kind words. I really do.
And I agree with you 100% that you're really making deposits in the universe, and or God or whatever you believe in specifically is exactly what you're talking about. And the ROI that you're getting is because you're putting good out to the world. And so what you receive in return is reciprocal to that, right? I believe that 100%. And even if it's even if you get screwed over, because I've had a rough go of it the last 2 years. I've gotten sued twice and lost, and fucking had a bunch of money stolen from me on some different things, similar situations. But you can't hold animosity in your heart for that. I think I'm a huge believer of that. Life's too short. It's only going to stress me out and give me cancer. It's not going to affect them at all. That's that's their situation that they've got to deal with. And I believe that stuff at my core. And I believe that every day you get up and you live with intention. And if you're putting good out to the universe, even like you said, I get funks and things like that. And Kirsten does a great job of calling me out on it. She's like, "You're being a fucking asshole." And I'm like, "Oh, you're right. I don't know why I can't snap out of this." But awareness is the key, right? And then you can fix yourself and self-correct. I talk to my groups in my mastermind about how, as you level up your relationships and your values, you identify more and more of who you are, but your circle gets tighter and tighter, and it's harder and harder to find people. So it doesn't take very long in business before you become just a little bit successful until you alienate yourself locally. As interconnected as we are on social and everything else, you have to seek out these relationships of people that share your values, and it works in concentric circles. Who stays in the game 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and people start to drop off, and you have to seek out your tribe and continue to go up in the levels with those people. I feel because you've seen it in Arete, you see it in Apex. Whoever was in Arete 5 years ago, it may not be there, right? There's 100 people that are your core group of people in there.
No, it's totally true. And you want to be. I want to be in a group where, I'll give you an example. We're in 20 groups where the dealerships are in a group of dealers throughout the country, and you rank based on your net profit per sales. Well, when I enter a group, I don't want to be number one. I want to be at the bottom, surrounded by people that are better than me. Then I can learn. Hey, Jeff, what are you doing in your new car department, used car department, service and parts that I can learn from you? I don't want to be number one. I want to be down here, but I want the people that are up there to kick ass.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that we do is get in those groups, build those relationships, and learn. A lot of times I'm sitting there at Apex or even any of the conferences I go to, even if I'm speaking, I'm staying the whole time and I'm sitting on the front row. Even if I'm speaking, speakers come in, they speak I'm going to speak at Stacy Rasky's event, which I'm on her board on Friday. Mm-hmm. I'll be there sitting on the front row, but and taking notes. As long as she'll allow me to sit up there, because I don't want to take someone's VIP seat, but I will be sitting up there. And when I go to Apex, you notice I'm typically sitting in the very beginning, the very front, because I want to sit there and take notes. Because I'm there to learn. I'm a student. It's a never ending, being wired the way we're wired. We thought growing up that there was something wrong with us. So they put us on ADHD medicine, or they just spanked us a lot. That's what I got spanked a lot. I got spanked by my kindergarten teacher, Miss Krause. She spanked me in kindergarten, first grade, and third grade. And then I skipped school between middle school and high school. And my dad spanked me. The principal spanked me because he told me not to do it. And I said, everybody else was doing it. He spanked me, my teacher spanked me, and the principal spanked me. So I got spanked a lot. And you know, we're labeled this way. Like a high producer has trouble relaxing. Don't mean I'm weird. Don't mean that people that like to relax can't produce. It's just we're at different levels. So if you said, Scott, let you and I go fishing. Well, are we out in the middle of an ocean on a boat going fast to go get it? We're going to hook something that's going to, or are we going to troll? Or you and I are going to go in a river and like go bass fishing or trout fishing? I ain't going. You want to go hunting? Are we going to use dogs and chase a bear down? Are we going to do something exciting? Are we going to back up a pickup truck on maybe private property with the spotlight? That might be cool. But I ain't going to go sit up in the woods, freeze my balls off to hunt. I'm just not going to do it. If you say, Scott, let's go lay on the beach. My wife says that. She loves that. I don't. I'm going to hang out there for a little while. I'm going to sneak my iPad down. When she looks the other way, I'm going to pull that thing out. I'm going to start looking at local real estate. It's just the way that I'm wired. But the good thing about it is when you're around people that get you and they accept you for who you are, she don't try to change me. I don't try to change her. So I surround myself with people that are wired that way. Like if I sit around, I'm not doing something, I get anxious. Like I got to do something, typically in the advancement of building relationships, possible partnerships. That's what really excites me, is the thrill of that. Selling cars, taking care of customers. Like this challenge on this Raptor, I solved a puzzle today. And not a lot of people would have took time and posted that to sell someone a truck that I'm going to buy from them. But that's just part of what I do. But anyway, yeah, surrounding yourself with those people that are going to push you to be the best version of you, and being on this never-ending pursuit of trying to be the best version of us, like Ed Mylett talks about. I'm never going to get to that person that God envisioned me to be, or my mom envisioned me to be, this all-star quarterback, president of the United States, whatever the case may be. I'll never get there. And I'll never get there. But it's a challenge of trying to get there. So sometimes when you sit and think about it, it never ends. Well, if I want to be the best version of me and you want to be the best version of you, it's a never-ending process. Knowing I fail often, but I get back up, and I get back up and I go back out. And, I want people to, I'm not going to be here forever. I want people to sit and say, hey, you know what? I know Scott Simon's guy. He may have been a little bit crazy, but he was a good guy, and he did good by people. So when people say my name after I'm gone, I just want them to say, nice things. And I truly care about that. So I try to live through that while I'm here and impact other people. And we'll see, we'll see. I'm not done yet. So we'll see what happens.
Let's talk about your every morning hosting that you did on Clubhouse. How long did you guys do that? And what was the intention originally behind that? Because you got roped in with some like celebrities on there.
Yeah. So there's a friend of mine named Glenn Lundy. Glenn Lundy years ago, and I'll show you I'll explain how loyal I am. I'm loyal to people until they give me a reason not to. And Glenn Lundy years ago, he was a gentleman that ran a car dealership in Kentucky. Population of Paris, Kentucky's 9,000. They sold 1,000 a month. I was in a 20 group meeting near him, and I reached out to him and said, hey, Glenn, would you come speak to our 20 group? How did you go from selling 150 cars to 1,000? He said, yeah, absolutely. He goes, I don't really know what you're asking me to do, but yeah, I'll do it. So he came and spoke. Since then, we became friends. Glenn started this morning show called Rise and Grind. For 1,000 episodes, Monday through Friday, he went live with a message on Facebook at 5:30. So from there, from the original, we became friends. He started this Rise and Grind, asked me if I would show up and support him. He was live in his closet of his house. He's got like 6, 7 kids. And his wife was like, go in the closet. We don't want to hear you. So I said, yeah, you did a favor for me. I do a favor from you for you. So from there, he had me on as a guest. Clubhouse came along. Right when COVID was, first starting, this app came about. We didn't know what was going on. I mean, the damn media had people dying in streets, and not that people didn't get hurt through this and people didn't lose their life, but we all know that the media is, a lot of them, you can't really believe what you see on there. That's why I don't really watch the news. I get my news from independent sources. But anyway, so he said, hey, we're going to do this thing called Clubhouse. Would you come join us? Well, next thing I know, we started this club called Breakfast with Champions. From getting on there to Breakfast Champions, to we have 100,000, 125,000 members. I've got like 38,000 followers, and you have segments. So like you'd have a segment at 5 a.m. on Monday. Well, I was on there like 4 or 5 times a week, 30-minute segment, hour segment. I'm still on. My segment is on Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for an hour. And I use it kind of like a podcast. So I invite people on. I had Adam Smith on. I had a bunch of people. I have to have you on. It's a lot of fun. And they record it. So you'll have 200 to 500 people in there listening. Then they record it and they upload it to their podcast. And then you can go reference me and the guests. And, I tell you, I met a lot of wonderful people there. A lot of wonderful people there. I've had Ryan Stewman on, had Grant Cardone on. Of course, Grant's a friend of mine. I'm an investor with him. But yeah, and it was good for me. I mean, I've had conversations with Tiffany Haddish, the actress, and she has 5 million followers. And, it was good because it helped me practice speaking too. When you're on the audio app for hours, sometimes with some controversy, sometimes with some debating, it sharpened me. It helped me speak. I've got a Southern hillbilly twang. So most time when they meet with me, they think I'm some dumb educated redneck. And I kind of like playing that role, of the old, Beverly Hillbillies role. But, so it was good for me, and it helped me meet a lot of amazing people. And it came in a time when there was a lot of uncertainty in this world, a lot. So, so I spent a lot of time on Clubhouse. I was on a morning show called Rise and Grind that we brought back. I was on there Monday through Friday from about 5:30 to 7, something like that, every single day for about 6 weeks. But I've been on it consistent. And it was good to me. I met a lot of good people on it.
Yeah. It was incredible to watch. Like I said, your work ethic, it's showing up every morning. I know that we'd be in hotels up in Dallas and stuff. And I know you'd hop on there at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
After being out late doing things.
Yeah.
So.
There's sometimes I can hear it in my voice. And I'm working on that. You and I talked about that. I'm working on getting better about traveling and taking, being more of a routine. Here, when I'm in Virginia, I'm a robot. I'm a machine. Like I get up, do this. I'm up at about 4 o'clock every day. I give it all I got to about 8:39. Get to bed fairly early. Up. It's like Groundhog Day. Up again. Here we go. I play a lot of racquetball. I hurt my left shoulder. It's feeling much better. I'm starting to lift weights again. I've been taking some boxing lessons with my son. My son's doing boxing. He's doing wrestling and playing football.
Love it.
It's been great for him. We just finished up our first event, the Savage Initiative, with Adam Smith, which is a great friend of mine. And I got humbled. I know you were in the military, which I respect all the brave men and women that were in the military and everything that they did. I think any citizen, the proud American, I feel guilt for never serving. So I admire and respect anybody that's ever went and put on that uniform to serve our country. And when we did that event, man, I was humbled. There's different levels to toughness. There's different levels to training. And I thought I was fairly tough. I got a long way to go, bro, to be able to defend my family in a proper way. And like I was explaining to you earlier, my neck was hurting and my Adam's apple was hurting me. It choked so many times by people who knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Pushing yourself out to be uncomfortable, I've always wanted to take boxing lessons. Well, I waited till I'm almost 50. I wanted to do some type of training where I trained on guns and self-defense. I'm almost 50. I finally got it done. And you know this, as we get older, time flies faster and faster and faster.
Yep.
So I told you we were doing our first event and we waited for the perfect time. No, we should have done that a year ago. You know,
Yep.
I should have found Adam before that. I had a vision. And so, you know, just don't, you know, people that are listening, don't wait for the perfect time. There's no such thing. And after we had the event, I'm sitting there thinking all the mistakes I made, and they're raving about it. They're like, when's the next one? How can we stay connected to y'all two guys? What's next? And we're like, we don't know. This is our first event. We had to make sure that we had a good service that provided value. If it doesn't provide value, I'm not interested in pursuing it.
Yep.
You know, we invited people that we knew would give us honest feedback, and we took notes and going to get more information from them and make some adjustments. But man, inactivity and not taking that leap and not taking that plunge, man, kills more dreams than anything. And trust me, at the end of our life, we don't regret what we accomplished. We regret what we didn't accomplish. And I want that list to be small.
Yep. Yep. We paralyze ourselves though with perfection, and like it's really just like anything else, right? Just start. Like the journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with one step, right? And so
if you come at it from a genuine heart and you're not there just to make money,
yeah.
You know, people showed up, we gave them headphones, we gave them all sorts of stuff that wasn't in the budget. We didn't make the margin, we didn't make the net that we thought we would, but it's okay. It's okay. We didn't do it for the money. Obviously, everybody wants to be compensated for our time,
right?
Fairly. But if I don't provide value and provide a good product or service, then you know, that would have been the one and only one we did.
Yeah. You have to understand though, like where that ripple effect even goes to. Like, I mean, you might be changing lives and changing the outcomes of future situations. So like, I mean, there is being in special operations. I understand what you guys were doing, but I also understand the hardening of the process that happens. Like, you get punched in the face for the first time and it's uncomfortable. You get punched in the face for the 5,000th time and you are ready to continue your mission. And it doesn't throw you off as well as at all at that point. Like, you become conditioned for these situations so that you can move with clear-headed thoughts, right? And we lose that edge in the civilian world because we lose our situational awareness. We lose all of it. Like, because I mean, you look at all the things going on in the world right now, people coming and assaulting people in parking lots, shit like that, stealing their watches, doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, everybody's seen the videos in California. If you're driving a high-end car, they're coming to rip your watch off your arm while you've got your window down, shit like that. People don't pay attention to that stuff. And then they definitely don't know how to react in those situations. So for the common people out there that aren't professionally trained, and like Adam has 17 years of experience in special forces. And so like those guys that haven't been government trained, any type of training you can get is getting you closer to a better result. So like when you say my event wasn't everything I fucking thought it was, you're dealing with, I don't know how many people you had there, 30 people that don't know a bullet hole from their hole in their ass. So like you are fixing like the level of service that you provided, even though you probably wanted it to be somewhere else. I think that the people were probably far more appreciative than you actually are giving yourself credit for because of the standard that you set for yourself. Like, you don't know the situations that you potentially could have changed while men and women are out in their regular communities, and their level of awareness, their level of reaction. Like, people just don't understand that. And so like the good that those type of courses provide, I mean, I think everybody should be trained like that. Men, women, children over 12. Like part of our obligation as a citizen of this society is having an awareness and an aptitude to take care of our communities. And it's become a taboo thing. And the longer that you let it drag on, where people don't have a level of comfort, they become the barrier to signing up for a course like that just grows exponentially.
Oh, for sure. We had a police officer come speak, which I backed the blue, and big supporter of police. I was on the sheriff's department as a reserve deputy. Up until recently, sheriff is elected position. So once the new sheriff came in, everybody, they bring in their own team. But we had a police officer came and spoke and said, "Hey, listen, I commend y'all for doing this. I see the hard work you're putting in." I mean, it was rough. It was a rough couple of days. Very good training, but rough, but very, very challenging. And he said, "Look, I commend y'all, because you know what? When we get the 911 call, most of the time when we get there, whatever's happened. We can get there and prevent it if we can, but we're there a lot of times just for cleanup or the conclusion of what's already happened." And he said, "So with law-abiding citizens practicing your Second Amendment, I appreciate and respect y'all, because there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people out there, Jeff, that are scared. They've never been taught any of these things. So guess what they do? They cower down in their house, lock their doors, shut off the lights, and hope to God nothing ever happens." Well, I hope nothing ever happens. I hope that it doesn't come to a point where I ever have to hurt anybody. But if I have to defend my family and their safety, that's what I have to do. And I'm much more prepared. I'm I'm more confident with the firearm. I'm more confident. I was humbled. But I found, like, even the last couple of weeks, you're right, after going through that, I walk a little different.
Yep.
I talk a little different. I have a more spring in my step. Even people say, "Man, you've changed a little bit." But yeah, I hope so. I hope that I'm constantly changing and training and getting better. Yeah, but it was a humbling experience. And as far as the military, I think every person in the United States, including me and my children, should have to go serve in the military. I think when they get out at 18, you go serve 1 year, 2 years, whatever, and then you go to college after that. And I think in our school systems, they need to go back teaching. I have a mentorship here. I currently don't mentor people, anybody. Not a single person pays me for advice outside of here. Will I in the future? Yep, probably, because I get so many messages. I can't just go and just give away all my time for free.
Yep.
And I don't want to not respond. But then when I respond, that hour phone call puts me behind. And I want to be a good person. But going through this mentorship, there's people that haven't been taught anything. I mean, in my mentorship with my team, there's 20. We do life. We talk about credit scores and what is your credit score? Do you know your credit score? Do you know how to read your credit score? Do you have a budget? What's your fixed expenses? What's your variable expenses? Who can live the cheapest in a week? That's always a fun one. The difference between the person that spent $80 in a week and $600 in a week, what did you buy? Well, one had a family, one doesn't. The person that spent 80 used to spend 600, but he went through my course before. And we compete. So the guy that spent 80, I said, "Here's a $100 gift card. We just bought your stuff for the next week." He said, "Look, I used to go buy the energy drinks." He said, "Now I drink water." He said, free water. Don't pay for water. We talk about finances, health. We have groups that go work out together. We've had people that lost weight. In our mentorship, to show you how desperate people are looking for guidance and how dark people get in a place. And I don't never say their name or anything like that, but literally there's a situation where we saved someone's life.
Yep.
We literally saved their life. And we didn't know till months and months and months later when they told us, So, the difference that we can make in this world is a big difference. But you got to be willing to put yourself out there and take some criticism too. I mean, I've taken the criticism. I've had people, you hear Andy Frisella talk about it, so I would never dare steal anything him or Ryan Stewart or these people I respect. So a lot of stuff I've learned and say, I've learned it from somebody else. Yep. Very few things are unique to me, but Andy talks about people are making fun of him. Like I've had people say, who do you think you are? Like you're arrogant. I am, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that. And that's your opinion. That's okay. And I used to worry about a lot of those things. People, lighting up my DMs or saying things like, who's this guy trying to be Grant Cardone? No, I know Grant. I'm a investor with Grant. I respect Grant, but there's only one Grant Cardone. There's only one Andy Frisella. There's only one Ryan Stewman. There's only one Sean Whalen. There's only one Danielle Delgado. There's only one me.
Yep.
Trying to be the best version of me. But Jeff, I want you to be the best version of you. I want Ryan. I want all of our whole tribe to be the best versions of them. When I see y'all win, you and your family win, or you're in that, you go cross country, or you'll take your family trips. Man, I just sit back and smile, because I'm happy for people. I'm genuinely happy for other people. And I think if you, genuinely care about other people, are happy about other people, and put yourself out there and serve others, then things just happen to work out especially in the industry that I'm in. Chip shortages help too, right? Because
Yep.
inventory is tough. So now people need more help than ever. So really it fell right into my wheelhouse of serving others because people need help. And I'm just glad that they think of me. And it's been an amazing journey joining Apex and these other groups and serving those people. I mean, I just told you, I had a message from a guy just a few minutes ago before I came on that has 4 million followers on Instagram. I'm like, I got like 6,000. I'm like, what? What? This guy wants to deal with me? Like, are you kidding me? And then if I serve him, he'll tag me in a post like Chase Hero did. Next thing you know, I want to order a TRX. I want to order a TRX. I want to order a TRX.
Exactly.
So you remember Dan Young spoke to us at Apex, right?
Yep. Yes.
Chase Hero. I didn't get a chance to meet Dan. Loved his talk, learned a lot. When he got done, I'm like, what's he talking about here? Like, I say, when you explain deals and stuff to me, act like you're talking to like a sixth grader, maybe third grader, like dummy this down. And you heard Jeff Ducharme talk about this the other day. He did a post. Okay, if I give you money now, how much money could I make, and when am I going to get my money back? What date? So I could put it all in something, because I'm a very simple man. Yep. And I know for a fact I can lose it all, right? So I want stuff explained to me. But anyway, Chase tagged me. Dan Young sees it, sent me a message. Hey, Dan, I heard you speak at Apex. He's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, hey, that was awesome, man. I want to order white TRX. Okay. All I need is you go to RAM, build what you want, or I'm in front of a computer. I'll go through it and I'll give you suggestions. He said, I want all white loaded red seats, basically no TRX stickers, I don't think, because I'm going to wrap it anyway. Okay. Give me whatever name of your company you want to put in. This is what we do. All right, your truck's order. I'll have your VIN number tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. Your truck's order. What about money? You need money down? Nope. I do it the old fashioned way. You're going to buy the truck, right? Okay. I'm going to sell you the truck. That's all we need. He goes, dude, you sold me a truck in 5 minutes. What about a trade? I'll give you good money for your trade. I'll take trades. Do you need financing? I'll help you with financing. But your truck's 4 months down the road. Let's worry about that 3 months from now. You go on and do life. We'll connect back in 3 months. We'll figure that out. He goes, dude, that was the simplest thing I've ever done. I was like, You're busy, bro. I'm busy. But that all came from, Ryan and another friend of mine connected me with Chase. He tagged me in a post. Dan Young saw that post. He tagged me in a post. Someone saw that post.
Yeah.
Jason Poston tagged me in a post. And then this guy he's got 1 million followers, and this guy with 4 million followers says, hey, I want to buy a TRX from you. Yes, sir. Here to serve. This is what I need. And there's the process. And I just make it terribly simple on people to do business. And I tell them, if you don't want to buy it, I'll sell it within minutes. So don't worry. So don't worry about it.
I love it, man. I love it. I've learned so much from you in the year and a half we've known each other. It's been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
I feel like I've known the Smiths forever. I tell you, both of us have very attractive wives. We must be good closers, bro, because we did well in that department. We way outkicked our coverage. You've got a beautiful, smart, genuine lady, and I can tell she's a great mom and great wife, and I've got one too, bro. And I think we're either lucky as hell or that I think that's a reflection of the men we are. At least I hope it is. And we're two blessed dudes, and I'm proud to be the friend of the Smiths. Y'all are just amazing people. So.
Absolutely, man. I'm humbled. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. How can people come find Scott Simons to buy more TRXs or anything?
Yeah, man. I'm on Facebook at Scott Simons. I'm at Instagram at Scott E. Simons. You can find me at Clubhouse under Scott Simons. My email is scottesimons@gmail.com. And just send me a message. I'd be glad to help you any way I possibly can. Even if you don't need to purchase a car, you have a question. My car's making this weird noise, or I got this DMV issue, or I got this title issue, or, how does leasing work? What's going on with this supply chain? I'm thinking about buying whatever, even if I don't represent it. I have Honda, Nissan, Subaru, Volkswagen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We ship nationwide. I also am in real estate. I'm in different deals. If you're a good person and you've got a good deal and you've got a good track record or good credibility in our networks, then let me know. I mean, I just did that deal with Jeff down in Florida. I'm looking at 6 other deals right now. I got more deals right now than I got idle capital, which is frustrating because I got some really good deals sitting in front of me. But just reach out to me. If you see me at an event, you see me at Apex coming up at MDM, but dude, is that going to be amazing or what?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Ryan's going to do next year.
I'm bringing a small posse with me, and I'm bringing some RTA people and some people that have been talking about Apex, and that's going to be an amazing event. So if you're at MDM, look me up. I'm an approachable guy. I'll probably give you a hug. Most definitely, if you're an attractive lady, I'm absolutely going to give you a hug. If you're an ugly dude, probably not. No, I'm just kidding. Just come up and say hi to me, and we'll sit and chop it up and have some fun. And I'm a practical joker. I like to laugh and smile. So, I do like to kid around a lot. So I just like to have fun.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Scott. Thank you so much for coming on. And guys, if you're interested in literally anything in the automotive industry, look this gentleman up. And he is also a very astute investor in multiple different areas. Actually, you're in restaurants and you're in some apartments and some other stuff. That the thing he was just speaking about is a beach house club thing that they're going to be developing. So he's got experience all over the place. And one of the things that I think we talk about more than anything is that both of you and I like to live broke, so we turn our money into investments as fast as we possibly can.
Dude, it's a stressful thing. I feel like I'm a daggone squirrel, like on trying to grab a nut, and I'm on that thing and it's just turning, and it's stressful, man. It is. It's like when I got deals and I categorize those deals, like right now I got more deals than I got idle capital, and it's frustrating, but that makes me just go, I stick to my main thing, auto industry.
Yep.
And that feeds everything else that I do. And I love the auto industry. I truly love what I do. I love where I work. I love my life, and my life ain't for everyone. I mean, I work every single day. If I'm here, here's my shirt, I'm at work. When I'm not here, I enjoy life. I do get to travel quite a bit, but no, you're exactly right in everything that you said, and everything that you have brought up. And it's stressful, when you invest everything you got, and you look at your bank account and our wives go, "Where's the money?"
Well, I thought we were wealthy.
It's coming, but it's coming. I look at bank account, we're broke, and that's part of the deal. That's part of what pushes us. That's part of how we're wired. That same excitement and that same push is what makes us get up every single day. And I hope I never lose that. I don't see myself retiring. My wife would probably divorce me, to be honest with you. I'm messy. She's clean. We're pretty much, she's not really on social media. She doesn't really like to post. I'm all over social media. I'd post my whole life if she wouldn't give me so much crap about it. But no, we're fortunate. And I tell you, man, I had a great time. I knew this was going to be fun. I knew we were going to mix it up. You know how much I admire and respect you as, you know, as a husband, as a father, as a business person, as a friend. So when you said, hey, man, who would like to come on? I said, me, I want on. So anything I could do for you, bro, anything I do for anybody out there, I appreciate you. And thank you for your service, Jeff.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the show. Make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share with a friend. We'll see you on the next episode of the Tactical Empire.